Okay, Battle Arcade. Battle Arcade is back. Battle Arcade Mondays. We are at 777, which is... It would be a funny time to lose the arcade at the 777 marker, but I think I would rather not lose and can keep going to 1000, but we'll see what happens today. As always, the first match of the arcade is the most dangerous, the first match of a round, because the arcade roulette points are set at 0 at the start, which makes the roulette uniquely bad for the player. It is basically rigged against you right at the start. And of course, the way this team works is that I've got some hedges against the way the roulette board works. Mostly with aromatherapy on Blissey, to remove status effects caused by the roulette board, but I don't want to have to rely on that. And sleep and freeze can still be dangerous. Welcome to the Battle Arcade. I'm just going to really quickly check that I'm live. As silly as that sounds. Because I do not see myself live. 1 second. Yeah, I'm just wondering why the stream notifications tab hasn't updated, but whatever. Hey guys. So yep, let's just do it. Can't do playlist on arcade streams. I have to enable the in-game sounds to prove that I'm playing at ×1 speed, since slowing down the roulette would be a considerable advantage and very cheaty. As a guitarist at the start, because both of these, all three of these Pokemon are electrical ghosts, it could be an any set guitarist or it could be a set 4. There are different varieties of guitarists. Is a pretty good matchup for me overall. Garchomp does not struggle that much with the electrics, and Frostlass can be easily stalled out by Blissey. So we just want a roulette board that doesn't screw me over really badly. But that's default stop is 2 after the start. That's the burn tile. I can't let it do that. I'm gonna go for the second row, I think. Pyramid Street Run. Not soon. I don't think that'll be soon. So being poisoned is not ideal. We don't see it. You don't see what? You don't see the roulette? What? Give you what? If you're trolling me, you have a chance to own up to it. One thing we don't troll about here is being live and showing proof of play, since that can very negatively impact the proof of the streak at the end of the streak. It's the one thing we don't joke about. Yeah, I've completed the roulette, it's poison. Okay, well, I'll check next time. Well, while it's running, you should, yes, but the roulette already happened. Okay. Do I want to go straight to Blissey to cure? Because I also don't really want to get exploded on by Electrode. While Frostlass can beat Garchomp if it's Frostlass 1 due to the speed difference, Frostlass 1 will never beat Suicune, so I don't actually need Blissey for the end of this game. And therefore I'm going to try and cure Poison as soon as possible. And also I don't want to get exploded on by Electrode 4. Okay, that's good to know. This is likely game over. So Blissey being paralysed is almost unavoidable, particularly if this is a static Electrode instead of a soundproof one. Now, if we knock out the Electrode with Blissey, almost certainly it's going to be Manectric out second, unless it is Frostlass 2. And if it's Frostlass 2, I'm going to win automatically. Since Frostlass 2 is slower than Garchomp, and it's got no chance at all of beating Suicune. I do want to slightly wait out the turns on a light screen. Killing it now is fine. We will not be switching to Suicune next turn anyway. Nice static. Should be Manectric almost all the time. Yep. So what I'm going to do on Manectric is actually go to Garchomp, since every single Manectric is going to use a electric move. I'm mostly interested in whether or not it uses Thunderbolt. Okay, it's Rain Dance. Thunderbolt would have been interesting because Manectric 4 is faster than Garchomp, but Manectric 2 is not, since it's modest. And now it's Frostlass last, but we do not need to worry about Frostlass 1, as it can't win. So we just do as much damage as possible. And the fact that we're faster means it was not Frostlass 1. So a good start. I'll keep an eye on the OBS. It might be possible that there's something wrong with the roulette. Another guitarist, okay. But this is a set 4 guitarist because they have psychic types. If I can stop typing the word Claydol. We know that these must be set 4. Because the only guitarists that don't have exclusively Electric and Ghost are the set 4 guitarists. Right. This is a very straightforward match. Not only is it set 4, it's also 21 IV, by the way. So it has to be Claydol in second after Electivire faints to Earthquake. I guess Claydol could explode, so we'll probably have to go Blissey, but that's it. And then Garchomp will never lose Gallade because we just outrage it. So to lose this match, I don't know what it would take. Like, I actually don't know how I could lose this, but I want to avoid having an item. Because items persist the whole round. So it started here. It'll end at the battle point square. I do see it on OBS. Okay. So the battle point square gives me 3 battle points because it's battle point plus. We can let that run out. I could go for a more favourable square, like the poison square here, but there's just no point doing that and potentially hitting this, which could be focus sash for the enemies. I don't want to hit this, I don't want to hit this. This is also really bad, it speeds up the thing. And up here was fog. Don't really want to risk any of those when it's already a quite easy match. Hello, Forgives. 10,000 fans. 3 battle points. I'm unfortunately maxed out on battle points and I have been for a very long time. Right, so we Earthquake this. There's no point wasting time on this match, really. We'll go Blissey. You do crit me. Okay. I mean, I am faster than you. The fact that you crit me probably means I should just immediately Seismic. instead of potentially going for a heal and getting crit again. And then we'll go Garchomp and we'll Outrage, and they'll both die. Yeah. If Claydol had crit Garchomp on our Outrage, and I got a 2-turn Outrage, I guess might have been possible to lose, but I don't think so. It's a veteran. Okay, so these are set free Pokemon, so it's Licky free, Werelord free, and Glaceon free, which is a completely fine matchup for me. Particularly the Licky lead is almost really bad, but we do just about handle it. We're not that scared of Curse. The issue is that I probably do have to lead off Sword Stance. I should be at no risk of losing to Glaceon even if Garchomp faints, so the nightmare start here would be Curse into Return crit. If Licky does that, I'm in a little bit of trouble. But I can just Calm Mind before knocking it out. And then the switch in will have to be Glaceon. It'll have to be Glaceon for Suicune, and then Suicune beats Glaceon and Werelord loses. I do not want to get burned, though. That's a really bad square, because it can sometimes be a choice item. I'm going to have to aim for one of the top row. And I horribly mistimed that. It's Level Up. Level Up is actually really bad for me. So I want to go for one of the first free squares on the roulette on the top row. Unfortunately, that was Level Up, which is an issue. I'm just thinking about the Werelord situation. I guess more scary than Werelord, right, is just the risk that Glaceon crits a Hyper Beam against Suicune. Can now faint in one shot. There's also a chance of Return crit on turn 1. Do I have to go Suicune here because of the Level Up? I think I probably do. Suicune into Curse is fine. I probably just Surf, though. Curse, Return is bad. Oh, maybe I don't have time to do it, actually. I think I have to stay in Sword Stance. It's really unpleasant, though. I could also Earthquake, but it's bad into Curse. It's a lot more likely to use Curse than Return, at least. Okay. Dangerous. I'm hoping for... I guess if I'm the thing is, if I'm hoping for 2 Curse, don't I Earthquake first? Because it's going to be Werelord switching into Garchomp instead of Glaceon because of the overflow on Switch AI in Gen 4. Glaceon sees itself as 8 times super effective against Garchomp. Ice and Ice type, since it's monotype. It overflows to be worse than Werelord. And I'd much rather hit Werelord with Outrage, particularly when it's level 53. Switching out of Werelord would be horrible. Okay. It's probably a roll. The Return kill is probably a roll. It'll either be Return or Rest. I do not want to Earthquake. I do not want to Earthquake into Return. I don't want to Outrage into Rest. Outrage into Rest, and then I Outrage again, and it's a 2-turner. I'm in trouble, actually. The worst case scenario would be Outrage. I have to go for another Earthquake. The upside of Earthquake, though, is even if I don't kill and I get hit by return, it's going to rest on Suicune, which is a free Calm Mind. The issue is I don't think +2 Surf is a 2-shot. It's going for the kill, okay. Level 50 Licky Licky wouldn't get it, but level 53 might. Okay. That's a relief. This is probably game over for the opponent, though. Since we're at +2. Spooky. Yeah, do not underestimate the impact of getting a poor click on the roulette. Let's keep going. It's an Ice Trainer. I don't like the Articuno leads. It's better than the Walrein one. It's better than the Froslass one as well, to be fair. If my team has a weakness, it's probably the Ice Trainers. Suicune is good against them, but unfortunately they can simply freeze Suicune, particularly on the Switch. It's always going to be Substitute on turn 1 against Artie, though. Thanks, Bartent. I'm scared of the sheer cold, Walrein. It is Garchomp fainting before Nokomom comes out. It is really bad. It's a battle point. You know what's crazy is that the team swap might not be terrible, but I'd be in trouble against Suicune, to be honest, with team swap. And I don't want to risk this. I don't want to risk this or this, really. And I don't want to risk this. The battle point square is actually decent. Did I get this exact trio? Probably did. I don't remember it, though. We'll see what the exact Pokemon are. It's unlikely to be an exact repeat. There were not a lot of Ice types in Gen 4, though. Who is it? Whole life, it's Trainer Thad. Ace Trainer Thad. Hopefully this is Articuno 1. And we can get a Blizzard Miss on Substitute. Okay. I think I want to go Blissey. It is awkward because Articuno 3 is faster than Blissey and Articuno 4 is not. The Articuno 3 will also... No. I'm thinking about the wrong gen. The worst case scenario is definitely the freeze. So we have to prepare for the sheer cold, definitely. Could be sheer cold. I think it's best to just Seismic. Just get some damage off. In case it's RT4 and it hits sheer cold immediately. Okay, that's good. That's really good news. It could still be Articuno 4. Do I want to risk going Suicune? I can't really risk staying in at the same time. Ooh. This is how things start going wrong really quickly. I probably need to immediately surf if I'm alive. Okay. It's probably Articuno 3 at this point. The chance of Articuno 4 using Sheer Cold when it doesn't have a kill move is about 62.5%. Whereas the chance of Articuno 3 using Ice Beam is just always 100% when it's the strongest move. So Articuno 3 will reveal itself here with Signal Beam. Articuno 4 is very likely to Air Cutter, but it is possible for it to Sheer Cold as well. I think I want to just immediately Surf. I guess what's funny about this situation is because Articuno 4 runs so much special defense, the rounding on Surf occurring before Stab probably makes Hidden Power Electric stronger. It doesn't matter though, they're like almost identical. Very minor optimization. I want to hit it once to make sure it's in Outrage range, in case it's Articuno 4. Okay, it's free. That's good. That's good. The question now is, do I want to try and set up? I think I do. What kind of a setup do I want? Probably +2, right? It's probably going to confuse me eventually. So if Frostlass comes out, it is somewhat likely to be a Thunderbolter. I think I just kill this, and I think I actually stay in even if Frostlass comes out. We will not two-shot Wolverine 3, but we will two-shot the others with Hidden Power into Outrage. But Wolverine 3, we should get a substitute up against it with Garchomp. I think we do attack here before I get crit or confused. I definitely don't want to try and stall this out because it can an ominous wind boost. It is Wolverine. Okay. So that means it's not Frostlass 3, because Frostlass 3 would always come out due to super effective Thunderbolt. And it is very unlikely to be Wolverine 3 unless it's... Could it ever be Wolverine 3? I think Sucker Punch is regular damage AI. I don't think it can. I think it has to be one of the others. It's very likely to be Wolverine 2, to be honest. Or Frostlass 2. Or both. Let's hit it with Hidden Power. I would love to crit you and kill you in one shot. Hidden Power Electric. It's low damage. Okay, it is Wolverine 3. That is very scary. What does that mean? Does that force it to be Frostlass 2? I'm actually not sure. Definitely want to try and do as much damage as possible. This is very, very deadly. If it hits Suicune with an Oko move, that is very bad news because Frostlass can be a big pain. Okay, perfect. Again, it could attack again with Sheer Cold, a bit from Sleep Talk, but if that happens, it happens. We can't avoid. The good news about Sleep Talk is Gen 4 AI does not understand the Sleep Talk on the rest wake up turn. So if Wolverine does not hit an Oko move here right now, I can... I mean, how likely is rest? Thanks, so. It hits it. Okay, that does suck. Okay. Got two major options here. So rest is +3 at this low HP. Let me just check Sleep Talk. It's +10. So it's guaranteed. That means that Wolverine is guaranteed to Sleep Talk on this turn, even though it's waking up. And then on the following turn, it's going to rest. I guess Sheer Cold has a tiny chance of reaching +3 score on specifically Garchomp. What I can do here is just knock out Wolverine and then paralyze Frostlass. And then Garchomp will win as long as I get the Outrage kill range on Frostlass, which is not guaranteed. I don't like it very much. I think I go Garchomp now. Low key, I need Swords Dance and Substitute. This is very awkward. Do I really want to bet this much on Wolverine not hitting Oko moves? Yeah, there's a Sleep Talk. So it's going to rest on this turn. It has a small chance of Sheer Cold. It's awkward because +2 isn't enough. I think I have to play it out this way. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Okay, Mr. Fisher. I win. No way. No way. No, I live. I don't. I still kill it. It's fine. It's fine. I kill it. It's Frostlass 1. I got an Omni boost from Ominous Wind. But it didn't break the sub somehow. Jesus. Only Frostlass 1 is fast in Garchomp. Omni boost into boost. Ominous Wind into boost. That is terrifying. Shades of Registeel. So it only used Ominous Wind there because Garchomp was so low on HP that it would have killed if I hadn't had a sub. Or had a chance to kill. That is crazy though. Please be the last close match. This is a PI. This is also going to be close. It's Mach 4, Probopass 3, and Glalie. I don't know which Glalie it is because there's two Glalie sets. There's the Sheer Cold Glalie 4, and there's the Explosion Glalie 2. Somehow Reginald returned. I'm not super sure what to do. It is always going to be Glalie switching in after Muck faints to Earthquake. I guess I can just substitute. I force Muck to try and hit all of its attacks. Muck does have a small chance of exploding. Force Muck to hit that many gunk shots in a row. Muck does not have a Quick Claw. I'm not at risk of that. I think I do that right because Garchomp switches out anyway. I hate PIs are the entire PI roster is Explosion or Oko moves. There's nothing else that they run. Yeah, very important that Garchomp doesn't get screwed over by the board here. It's hailing. That's actually quite bad. I'm wondering if I want to try and stop it though, because there's so many other bad squares. There's these question marks everywhere. This is bad. This is bad. This is potentially bad. This is bad. I don't think I can stop it. I think I have to let it go hail. Potentially giving Glalie Icy Body. Ice Body, sorry, not Icy Body. this also means I can't triple substitute on Muck because of Shadow Sneak. It also means that Garchomp must have enough HP to survive the Hail turn into the Probopass kill. Ooh. What else does it mean? It means that Glalie 4 won't miss Blizzard. Thanks, Phyllis. God, I'm pretty damn scared of Glalie. I guess I think it is still best to substitute on Muck. It's River. I would love a Gunk Shot miss, since it's essentially GG if that happens. Okay, 2% explosion at full health. Well. Well. It's always going to be Glalie. See, my natural feeling is to go Blissey, but perhaps I go Suicune. Nah, sure. I'm gonna go Blissey. I'm gonna go Blissey. I would rather Blissey get hit by the Sheer Cold next turn than Suicune. I'd also rather Blissey get frozen than Suicune. Okay, it's Glalie 2. That's good news. Glalie 2 should basically never beat Suicune. How do I play this? I should assume it's Ice Body, which makes hurting it worse. It should be using Earthquake over Ice Fang, which is good. But it can crit. I can't really play around the Earthquake crits, though. Definitely beginning off with Thunder Wave, I think. Of course, you immediately crit. Please don't do it again. Why did it Ice Fang? There's no way the rolls are equivalent, right? That's impossible. It should be rounding down. That's so weird. It's also really, really bad for me. I guess I can natural cure switch out, but it's not great. Okay, good. I'm now doing damage until I die. Thanks, Feebreeze. It's quite likely to explode. But it doesn't matter anymore because Probopass will die to me even without Blissey's assistance. Nice crit. Turn 1 explosion from Muck scared me a bit. Game 6. Mamoswine Monday. I'm hoping that Mamoswine does not show up for Mamoswine Monday. Mamoswine Monday once. Oh no, okay. Nido King 2 is a rough lead. I think I probably do just stay in though. This is a scientist, therefore set to 2. I can't let it be that. I think I go for one of these weather tiles at the end of the second row. Nice. Implacable logic. It's Irwin. Mr. Irwin. That's a cool Mamoswine emote. That must be new. I haven't seen that from Selen. Like, do I just Earthquake? It's fairly likely to Horn Drill me. I'm gonna substitute at least twice. Okay, it also goes for it. I want to break its substitute to prevent it from focus punching. Do I just kill it now? What's in next? It's going to be Victory Bell. It is very funny how Victory Bell 2 is quietly slightly annoying with a potential Seed Bomb crit. I'll just Earthquake it to play around that crit specifically. Nice stockpile. So what's the worst thing you can do? Swagger. Oh, okay. Okay. Victory Bell 2 is... It's a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure this is set 4. Pretty sure it's either the Ace. Is it? Oh, which one is it? Is Chloe the one with set 4s? And then there's Pokemon Ranger Mina. I'm pretty sure this is set 4 anyway. Gotta be a little bit careful of Infernape 4. That's it though. I guess the correct course of action is to set up Suicune on Miltank. Because Infernape always comes in second over Typhlosion. I mean, Rain Dance is really good. Really, really good. It's better than anything else, actually. It's better than the level up, actually. Yeah. Okay, so with Rain up, I don't actually have to set up Suicune, which is important. It also means that Typhlosion is going to be forcing the change in weather. I mean, this is amazing for me. I can actually just stay in on turn 1. Yeah, it'll be Infernape in second over Typhlosion. So I just Sword Stance. Oh, it's Elise, not Mina. So if Infernape crits me here, I've got Suicune to kill it. No crit. Okay. Is there a way to legally get I almost read that out loud. Latios. What do you mean by legally? You can just transfer it from Gen 3. You can also get it in Gen 4, yeah. Is there a way to legally get Latinos? I'm really, yeah, I'm confused by the comment. Yes, I do remember that AI summary. I don't know. It's the problem with the people asking the cart questions. I understand the questions. It's just this isn't the best place to answer them, and also it's really hard because everyone has different setups. Like some people can trade it themselves, some people can't. Some people can transfer Pokemon from Gen 3 to 4, some people can't. I would recommend asking the question in a server like I'm a Blissy's server where they have a lot of resources on hand to help with RNG manipulation and stuff. It's just not something we really do. I have to buy Heart Gold now. Well, you could buy Emerald. You could catch a Latios from Ruby or Sapphire, the Battle Tower. If you want a perfect IV one. There's a PI again. Not good. Can I always force in gas Magnezone too? It seems straightforward, right? Because Gastrodon isn't going to 1v3 here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you just want Pokemon, just buy a Flash Cart and you can give yourself any Pokemon. Or don't buy it at all, just play an emulator and you can give yourself any Pokemon. That would be my recommendation instead of spending $200 or whatever and spending hours trying to find a single Pokemon. If you just want to play the frontier, I wouldn't bother. So, sleep. If Garchomp is put to sleep, can I lose this? I think I can, actually. Nice. I mean, it's ultimately a question of... The thing is, I don't mean to dismiss this, but it's one of those things where someone asks a question and they get an answer and then they say, no, well, the way I want to play doesn't let me do that. And at that point, I usually disengage. And I'm like, if your priority is entirely to play the game under what you think is legit and you don't want to do any kind of DNS exploit, you don't want to do any kind of like e-reader shenanigans or anything, that's fine. But you will have to spend money and you will have to spend time. There's no magic solution. You've got to pick one. And it's fine to pick one. I don't mind which one you pick, but if you want to play completely legit, or by whatever anyone means by legit, it is going to be more annoying. That's why a lot of people don't bother. Anyway. It is now impossible to lose, because Gastrodon can't use Fissure when I'm the higher level. But yeah, I'm a Blissy's community has done a lot of... Oh my god, it's a shiny! It's my second arcade shiny. Bruh. Wow, okay. Full on shiny in the arcade. That's quite funny. Unfortunately, it's a very anticlimactic shiny.
The battle of the century quietly begins.
You had no idea that they could spawn shiny. They can, yeah. The arcade and castle have full odds. The tower has special weird shiny odds where it's about 1 in 200,000.
Tears open the ground.
And then the factory you have to rest to get shinies be possible to show up. I don't actually know about the hall. I don't know about the hall. Do shinies exist in the hall, CISO? Looks like this will be a short. Probably will, yeah. Anyway. Now we lose to Gastrodon Freeze somehow. I feel like surely people would have posted them. Because so much Battle Hall gets played. Is this a sting operation? Well, that was eventful. The shiny Heatran. Oh, I'm just going to make a note of that. I don't forget. Gastron Nation sends its regards. Cool. Okay, let's reset. Guitarist. It could be set for or could not be. Do not know. Looks difficult to lose this. I probably do switch on the first turn since I don't want to be exploded on. Garchomp fainting is the only way to really lose this. Killed the shiny. Unlucky shiny. So quick arcade lore. The first shiny I saw in the arcade, I literally filmed for like 15 minutes for a YouTube video just to get some footage. And I saw a shiny Skarmory and I was like, God damn. Because I've been playing a lot of arcade on stream. I'd never seen one. Anyway. Obviously, we are very, very favoured against this trainer. I didn't see what that started on. It's one of these two. It doesn't really matter which one. Yeah, we just have to avoid the Electrode 4 explosion. That's the only way I can lose this. Once Electrode faints, it's just Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. I guess there's a tiny chance that Manectric 4 could get a Signal Beam Confusion. But I would just switch out of that, so I'm still not sure how I'd lose. Doubles is also better for finding shinies, yeah, because you do doubles battles faster. And obviously there's 4 enemies that show up in doubles instead of 3 for the tower. I'm pretty sure I've run into shinies without realizing. But I pretend not to think about it. A lot of the Frontier I play off stream, I'm like barely paying attention. It's Mirror Coat, okay, it is Electrode 4. I just need to kill this. Greedy. Static. No static. It's quite likely to be Cross Drop or Dynamic Punch, I guess. Or Focus Blast. I do not want to get hit by Dynamic Punch on Garchomp. I'll stay in for a turn. I think it's fine. Who knows how many overlay shinies have gone, I noticed. The overlay is the best place to hunt shinies. It's also the most transient. Nice crit. Okay. So I'm just going to kill you. Metric 4? No. Only Menetric 4 is a plus speed nature. The others are all slower than Garchomp. We need a shiny over. No, you gotta see them yourself. And they don't have the sparkle on the overlay either. If they're gone, they're gone. Okay. This looks pretty straightforward. It's hilarious how much less threatening various legendaries are in Gen 4 compared to Gen 3. Rain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The enemy Suicune will benefit more than I will, but it doesn't matter. What a shiny Dusclops the other day. What were you doing? Wait, did I see that? Wait, did I see that? Am I having a amnesia moment? Yeah, I think I went back to look and I couldn't find it. No, it doesn't matter. I guess there's a very funny line of Raikou. What would it have to... I don't know what it would have to be. Because I guess a double return if I go for Swords. I want to go for Swords Dance though, to be honest. Because I don't want Suicune to live. I'm fast though, okay, it's over. It's over. Because it's Raikou 3 or 4. Yeah. Speaking first, that's GG. There was a small chance if it was Reginald first. I was going a bit slowly at the start. Thanks, Ramses. We can up the pace slightly to reach 800. Idol? What kind of idol? A set 4 idol. Miranda? My guess is Miranda. Oh, we've got some Helen believers in chat, some Helen fans in chat. Miranda versus Helen. Thanks, Chief. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. You do not have to sub. Yeah, why not? I could risk it for this. I'm just a little bit worried about giving them Focus Sash. I'm also a little bit worried about giving Porygon Z4 a Choice Scarf. Porygon Z4 Adaptability Choice Scarf, that seems really bad for me. Lopunny also seems really annoying if it's Choice Scarfed. I'm just going to let it run. How did Glalie 2 use Ice Fang against Blissey? Because Earthquake should always be stronger with the rounding. I must be wrong about I must be... I wasn't in kill range either. Was I? That's going to annoy me for the rest of the week. Never punished. Let's download. I hate being wrong. I hate being wrong about the enemy trainer names. Maybe Miranda got fired. Maybe that's why she didn't show up. Black belt? I'm a little bit worried about Heracross into Entei. Might be underrated as a threat. I would never sword stance on Heatran though. I've got too much respect for the Flash Cannon or Dragon Pulse crit to do that, I think. I'm actually a bit worried about this. Battle point. Why are there so many swap squares today? Yeah, the battle points will have to do. If I'm wrong about it starting here, I'm actually going to get the battle swap and lose. I'm so paranoid, I almost want to click it down like here. But I don't want to get burned. Burn would be pretty damn bad if I switched to Blissey and Explosion happened. Wow, 1 battle point. All quote streak. Ronnie, I didn't recognize this one either. The black belts from Gen 3 are overriding my memory, I think. There's a good chance it's Entei instead of Heracross, actually, if I kill it now. Which makes me want to do this, yeah. If Heracross comes out, I'm going to have to think very, very carefully about Outrage into Swarm Megahorn crit on Suicune. Okay, good. I could get burned if I stay in, but the upside of not getting burned is so high. And only Entei 3 can burn me. And it's also got a chance to miss. And it's also got a chance of Sunny Day. I'm going to Sword Stance. GG, okay. Battle Hall Dream mode. Hey, your streak is entirely based on what someone else dreamed you got. Oh, it's a dragon. I was like so confused. I was thinking there's no trainer with these Pokemon, but it's a dragon tamer. Of course it is. Kangaskhan is a famous dragon type. So is Lapras. This really confused me for half a second. Right. I go Blissey, even if it's Latias 1. I go Blissey. I'm a little bit scared of Lapras if Blissey faints, which could happen. Anyway, is this one of Lance's students? It might be. I think Rampardos is also a dragon. Anyway. The enemy gets burned. I mean, that's huge. That's almost GG. Lapras 2 taking chip is massive. Because I can just sub Outrage. Even if it hits every Sheer Cold, you'll then die to burn at the end of that turn. So as long as Suicune doesn't faint, I win. And Blissey should always beat Latias and Kang when they're burned. Get rid of this mean trainer. I'm upset. I'm offended. Nicholas. We have to go Blissey because of Latias free being faster, but it's physical Latias. This is so incredibly over. Oh, nice crit. Okay. What if Kang also crits? Maybe it's over for me. No. Lapras 2? Who believes? That's not Lapras 2. That's an imposter. This would have been scary without the burn. This would have been scary. It didn't use triple outrage though, so Garchomp is still faster than it. Committed to the Dragon cosplay. I can't remember the name of the other Parasol lady. Sammy, that's it. God, I'm a fraud. I'm an actual fraud. Minus HP? That's rude. The same time, how do I lose? I might as well go for the bottom row though. Everyone loves Angie. Angie would have Tentacle too. Somehow. How to lose. Curse into Garble crit. I could just go Suicune here. And simply not miss the range. It's a good idea, actually. Should Suicune run 4 special attack EVs? This is a question I think about a lot. Because honestly, the 12 special defense EVs I run are kind of meh. Nice range. Okay. How to lose. Mega crit with paralysis. There's no point using Surf yet anyway though, because Outrage Surf won't kill, but now they will, and now it's over. It's over. Tentacle kills me, but it's over. Gee, it might choke, No. Okay. Angie would have done better. I feel like Sammy's the evil one. I feel like Sammy stole Angie's umbrella. sorry, Parasol. Ice Trainer? Oh no, it's Mamoswine. Ice Train on the first match of the round. It's gonna be a hard roulette as well. This is scary. This is how I expect to lose the streak, to be honest. Is a scenario like this. Thanks, Scott. I'm worried about this one. I think I do go Suicune. If I switch Suicune into a Fisher, I'm kind of dead, right? I think I probably do have to go Substitute. The issue with Substitute is that then I'm potentially giving Mamoswine a chance to use Hail. But given that it's the first match of the round, I'll be lucky to escape this with a neutral board. This could easily be a bad board. It could easily be self-poison, self-burn, self-sleep, self-freeze, HP down. Actually blank. That's lucky. I'm considering going for the Sand. I just don't think it's worth it, given that Abomasnow is almost certainly to come out second anyway. And Mamoswine is not impacted by the Sand. It would just be for Garchomp's Sand, but I don't think it's worth it. Because this is really bad, potentially, and so is this. Might be worth it to try and hit this one, though. Wouldn't do anything, though, but... It's running a fever here. It's Ace Trainer Lou. This could be it. The paradox here is that Mamoswine 3 is the best matchup for Garchomp, but also the worst matchup if I want to switch out. Which I might want to do because Jinx is a little bit spooky if Garchomp faints. And also I want Garchomp for Abomasnow too. Okay, it's Ice Fang. Okay. The issue with Ice Fang, of course, is that if Suicune gets frozen, I send in Blissey to use aromatherapy and then Blissey will die. Do I actually switch to Blissey? And then switch to Suicune? Because then Suicune switches into Earthquake or Stone Edge. Or Hail. I think I do it that way. This is scary. Mamoswine doesn't have a beak. True. Maybe Peck is a poor translation of the Japanese, but I can see what you mean. This is very scary. If Mamoswine crits Suicune, I'm in big trouble. I need to go Blissey first though, because Suicune being frozen by Ice Fang, borderline GG. Blissey being frozen is fine because of Natural Cure. And it was a freeze as well. That is a supernatural foresight. I'm very glad I didn't go Suicune. Stone Edge miss? Okay, it's Mamoswine 1, which means Snowcloak might be active. It is more likely to use Hail if Snowcloak is on the set, right? No, it's not. No, it's Ice Body. Okay, so it's just random. Okay. So 2 major options. I can Calm Mind into Surf. I then only have to hit it once instead of twice. Or I just double Surf. It's worse than the Snowcloak, but if I only want to hit it once, and I say that Garchomp and Blissey can win the 2v2 against Abomasnow and Jinx, I just need to do damage to this so it can feint to Earthquake. And I think I'm siding more on that. Like, the Calm Mind setup is... it doesn't really achieve that much, anyway. Not missing as big. I would love the crit. Okay, so does Earthquake with triple hail damage kill Suicune? It's probably very close, right? Oh, okay. I thought that would do more. Okay, so we're not dead unless it crits. Okay, that's big. So it's going to be Abomasnow in next because it's Suicune that got the kill, and Abomasnow has a better type matchup into Suicune than Jinx does, and all the Abomasnow nets have a grass move. What are we doing against Abomasnow? It really feels like we stay in because what the hell is Suicune contributing against Jinx anyway? Just do damage on the way out. It's kind of good for me if it is Abomasnow 4. The recoil damage would be a nice bonus. I'm most worried about Abomasnow 1 and 2. Okay, that's perfect. So because Garchomp always beats Jinx one-on-one, just need to make sure that Garchomp's Outrage kills Abomasnow. It's probably very close right now. So Abomasnow 4 runs HP, but that's it. We can go Jinx first, though. Not Jinx, we can go Blissey first. There's no need to do anything else. Because we do not need Blissey for Jinx. I don't think we would ever survive if it does go for Wood Hammer, but we might as well fish for the choke move of Earthquake or Rock Slide or Avalanche. Yeah, unlucky. Small chance of living, maybe? Even with hail damage? 22. That's a very funny number after the hail damage. I'm glad I lived that one. I'm glad I lived that match. More idols? It's an evolution idol. Is it Coco? I'm very glad when the evolutions do not turn up with Vaporeon and do not turn up with Leafeon, because those are the ones I don't like facing. But these 3 are fine. Trista Coco. I think we just go Suicune when Glaceon comes in and then it's kind of over, right? Because we're not worried about Synchronize when Garchomp's in the back for Espeon. Paralyze bad. Paralyze bad. I'll aim for this. Nice. Actually hit it. So HP down, what does that mean? Not much. I still can't outrage Glaceon. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Guess it makes Espeon slightly easier to kill, that's it. Blizzard? Freeze? That is the second time I've been frozen on the switch out of Garchomp this round. Do I stay in? No. No. Snow Cloak Mist would be horrendous, so I'm gonna just do this. Just got 2 Mirror Coat PP left. I might as well force the last 2 out on pressure. Not gonna mess around with this. What's the Glaceon at 172? What were you playing with? So I think this can be a Dragon Tamer as well as an Ace Trainer. So I won't put in set 4s. Nice, I typoed Kangaskhan. Arcanine is a dragon, yes. Poison is really good. Very helpful in case Arcanine is Intimidate. I probably switch anyway. It doesn't really make any difference. I would like this to be an Ace Trainer. No, sorry, I'd like this to be a Dragon Tamer. Who is it? Who is it? Nicholas, it is. It is a Dragon Tamer. The legendary Dragon Pokemon. Arcanine, Bastiodon, Kangaskhan. Outrageous. Arcanine used to be one of my favourite Pokemon as a kid, I think. We do get intimidated. Would I really put Garchomp back in on a Flare Blitz? I don't think I would. It is therefore probably best to go Suicune instead of Blissey. In case it is Arcanine 4. Okay. Don't fancy being crit by that. What's going to switch in? Most likely it will be Kang. I don't want to get hit by a crit Solar Beam on one of the other two anyway, though. Okay, Kang comes in. Double Edge. Do I ever want Blissey for Bastiodon? I don't think so. Blissey is incredibly balanced. If you could run 2 Blissey, would you? I think I might. I think I might run Garchomp, Blissey, Blissey. I'm only half joking about that. Cowgirl. Is it Carly? Everyone loves Carly. Particularly pathetic scenario when Dugtrio is slower because of the IV disadvantage. This is a pretty sad team, right? Like, these enemies, these sets should be deadly, but clustered like this in the arcade without their items on a 21 IV trainer is pretty pathetic, right? Happini is... Happini to Chansey is a significant evolution, let's put it that way. I'm happy to let that run out. I was considering going for this, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't really want to be paralyzed, even though Garchomp would avoid it. So it's Ambipom in second, because they have identical type matchup into Garchomp offensively as Slowbro does, and I just outrage, and then it's just over. Because Slowbro can't Trick Room on Garchomp. I guess if Garchomp is frozen and it's Arena Trap, that's annoying, right? This would be a deserved loss, I guess, maybe. Still, Ambipom winning is pretty damn unlikely. Would I even swap? I would, right? Would I swap out of a... But I would swap to Suicune, I guess. Okay. Let's find out if this curse sequence happens. It does. Jesus. Okay, it's over. Never mind. No punish. Aroma Lady? Aroma Lady, okay. This is quite an annoying team, actually. Do I have to stay in on turn 1? What if Venusaur 3 crits me? If I swap to Blissey and it's Venusaur 3, aren't I in huge trouble? Oh my god, I've got to stay in. Jesus. I can substitute, though. I can substitute. It's a better mid-ground. Oh, I hope it's not Venusaur 3. Leafeon is also very scary for my team. And Torterra does serious damage as well. Garchomp is overloaded here. Garchomp is meant to answer all 3 of these Pokemon. But when they all come together, it's an issue because Garchomp can't do all of that. Not without risking a potential crit on Swords Dance. I missed what that was, but it was one of these two. Which means it's one of these two. I would like to burn... You know what, I might go for this. The thing is, Hail would be a disaster. It would actually be a disaster. No, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna let it run out. Yeah. Hail would be so bad for Blissey trying to stall out Torterra, which might be what this comes down to. Oh, I've been disconnected from chat. Am I still live? I think it was just Twitch chat that broke. Okay. That was weird. That was weird. Okay. I would like Venusaur to be frozen. Venusaur or Leafeon? Okay, it's Leafeon. It's still Substitute. Oh, no, dude. No, no. It's guaranteed to outrage. I think I do just outrage myself after Swords Dance. I just don't like it. I don't like it. How often is it Torterra coming in? Quite often, right? Leafblade scores well, so it is quite likely to be Leafeon. I don't know about this. Does it make sense to substitute down, try and fish for a self-hit? Because this high on HP, Leafeon has to immediately crit me. That's to unfreeze and immediately crit. That surely is less likely than Venusaur getting a self-hit. It must be better to just attack now. Send out Torterra. Stay frozen or die. Stay frozen or die. It's Leafeon 3 and 4 that can live. Okay. That's probably game over. That is annoying, but it's still probably game over. So Torterra 1 is the fear, right? I have to switch. I can't stay in. Don't curse. Don't curse. Don't curse. Don't curse. That works. Okay, so you're gonna leech me. That's fine. Yes, run out of Giga Drain so you can't hit Garchomp with them. It's a family-friendly stream. Okay, running out of Synthesis anyway. Bom, bom, bom. Alien. We had a shiny earlier. We had a shiny. Who's this? Voice or Tyrell? That's a pretty ugly team, actually. I have to start out. I have to start out with Substitute. I know that. Just don't like it. HP down. I'm gonna aim for this. Yeah, I was late, but that's fine. So this is significant because it significantly helps the Suicune matchups, I guess. I still open up with Substitute. You and your Pokemon, I'll clean you up easily. Which set is it? 2, okay. Again, I'm a bit worried about switching into a freeze on Suicune. Except this time it's not quite as bad. So I think I gave you Blissey anyway. Like, Blissey's not being used for anything else. This match, most likely. Go Blissey so that Suicune can switch into an Aqua Tail instead of a Ice Punch. If this freezes me for the 3rd time this round. What? So Blissey got frozen on Ice Beam and Blizzard and Ice Punch in a single round. If Suicune gets frozen now, I have to switch Blissey into Thunder Punch, stay in for Aqua Tail, and if one of those... If Aqua Tail crits, maybe Blissey dies. There's no way I'm letting you potentially paralyze me. It's just Surf. Should be game over then because Garchomp kills Blaziken and Gallade. That did like nothing, which is impressive. Gallade 1, I guess, is careful. No point switching. Blaziken has no way of boosting its speed. There's no speed boost this gen, so we can kill this. Nice. Okay. Is it a breeder or a waiter? This is what I always ask. Either way, it's not Gliscor free at least. Breeders are set 4 and waiters are set 2. Okay. Honestly, should be fine both ways. Need to show a bit of respect to Gliscor and Licky, but Flareon just dies. He's a black suit, so waiter. Is that how it works? Is that how it works? I mean, I really don't want to give Gliscor Sandveil, so I think it is just the default here. I think they do have different sprites. I've just never looked into it. Yeah, let's wait to Xander. Which means it's set to 2. Firefang crit 4 times in a row? Unlucky. I don't need +4 for Gliscor 2, it's fine. Licky Licky lived. Licky Licky 2. It is max HP, I'm still surprised. I don't think I've ever seen that before. With a Garchomp sweep. Okay, last set of today's stream. Black belt. That is a great start because I'm very unlikely to lose this. It's only bad if I get burned, I think. Otherwise it should be a straightforward win. Bum, bum, bum. Wow. It's blank by default. That's very lucky. So I guess the tiny amount of annoyance here is that I have to kill with Outrage. So I guess if Ninetales comes out second, and I don't know, what would Ninetales even do? Like, Mega Crit. I can't see how I lose this. I guess Ninetales free could Hypnosis. Yeah, that's probably how I lose. Even then, I think I'd win. Because I can just PP stall it. We definitely Outrage. Glade is the main threat. Is Rapidash first. It's very funny that it was Ninetales free. I guess Ninetales free is extremely unlikely to come out second though, right? Because Rapidash 1 and 4 are physical. Yeah. And Rapidash 3 would always win with Iron Tail. It's a Collector, they're set 1. Garchomp 1. Okay. Finally I get punished. Potentially. For the speed tie. Garchomp 1 is a little bit spooky. There is no doubt about that. I am the superior Garchomp. I have the Outrage. And Crobat 1 is awful. And Luxray 1, if it's not Intimidate, I think this is going to be quite straightforward. Speed down is welcome. I do not need any kind of help for this match. How to lose? How to lose? Speed tie loss into Dragon Claw crit on Garchomp. Be a good start. And then watch, like, crazy double team hacks against Suicune. Suicune does not completely safely stall out Garchomp because of Sandstorm chip damage. It's a Newman. Because Garchomp 1 is jolly as well as I am. This could be interesting. Anything? No. It's quite likely to howl. The issue is if I substitute, I will then be in Dragon Claw range. So I think I just kill it. Just kill it. Force Garchomp to get to 3% speed tie win into Dragon Claw crit. Actually, it's less than 3% because Garchomp is pretty likely to double team or Sandstorm. Garchomp wins the speed tie. Okay. And it gets the Sandveil miss. Gosh, this is interesting, isn't it? Do I substitute? If I win the speed tie, it's a free substitute. But if I lose a speed tie and it hits Dragon Claw, I do not get it off. Okay. It is quite likely to double team. Okay. It's over. It was fair. I lost a speed tie and then I won it. I think that 1v1, that is why you want max speed on Garchomp. Because you can run 244 EVs on Garchomp to go to 168 speed instead of 169. But you lose out on that speed tie, and I think that speed tie is quite big. Battle Girl. That looks like an exceptionally easy match. How do I lose this? I can't understand how I lose this. I'd have to, like, I don't know, like Garchomp gets like mega pro. I can fix it though. Like Flareon can't superpower high HP, so it's just like this is like kind of over. I don't see how to lose this. More Flareon. Flareon is a very common Pokemon in the Frontier. I'll go for this. Okay. Always a pleasure. Oh, we went past 800 and I didn't comment on it, but whatever. So Waitress. Waitress is set 2. Torterra 2. Venusaur 2. And Dugong 2. They're all annoying, but none of them are that threatening. I'm gonna go for the skip. Easy. Cyclist. This is an annoying one. I hate this. If this is Machamp 2, Machamp 3, I'm in actually quite big trouble. Because I need Garchomp for Lucario. But I also can't safely put Suicune in on Machamp. Not with potential Dynamic Punch coming in on the next turn. I have to do it though. I have to go Suicune. And then it can be Articuno 4 on top of that as well. So this is a potential loss. Well, I was early. I was early on speed up. The thing about that, though, I was early because I was so scared of team swap. So I kind of get it. I briefly was thinking about if I could actually win with team swap. But the problem with that is that if Garchomp goes Sword Stance, if I'm facing Garchomp and it goes Sword Stance, and Machamp A Machamp miss is like an... I don't know. This is bad. I'm legitimately quite concerned. I really hope this is Machamp 2. If it's anything else, I'm scared. I'm definitely scared. I'm going to have to sack Suicune almost certainly against all the others. Of course, it's Machamp free. The good news about Machamp free, though, is that at least it can't freeze. I've played around it by poisoning myself. Right. It's definitely Surf. The issue here is that once I knock out Machamp with Garchomp, Articuno's kind of come in, and I'm going to have to swap. And Articuno's going to have a chance at Sheer Card if it's Articuno 4. At the same time, there's no way I'm not attacking when it's Dynamic Punch coming in, and it could be No Guard Dynamic Punch on top of that. Okay, that's huge. It might have been better if it was Dynamic Punch though, because then I could go to Garchomp, and then I could go into Blissey, and then I could go back into Suicune, and that would be the end of Dynamic Punch PP. I can't do that anymore after the Stone Edge damage though. This is really bad. This is really bad. I'm wondering if I have to try and save Suicune. It's just... Garchomp can't switch into a Dynamic Punch, that's the issue. It didn't miss Stone Edge, which does slightly suggest it's Guts. Sorry, No Guard instead of Guts. I'm probably being too paranoid about Articuno 4, I guess. Even against Articuno 4. I can SD. But the problem is that Garchomp's poison, so I'd have to try and get Aromatherapy off. It just doesn't seem that likely to go off consistently at all. Kind of locked, right? Kind of locked into this line where Garchomp kills Machamp, Articuno comes out, and I have to kind of pray. I can't swap in Garchomp. It hits as well. Okay, probably is No Guard then, yes. This is definitely the turn that I rest. No. Okay. Okay. I went for Ice Punch. I was about to say I might have considered switching there. Okay. It's always Articuno in second. They all have a nice move. And Articuno has a better type matchup than Lucario does into Garchomp. So Articuno comes in even if it's Lucario 2. Articuno 4 is just so scary here. The silver lining of being poisoned is that I can't be frozen, at least. I cannot be frozen on the Switch. Okay, amazing. It's not Articuno 4. Which means I probably do win. Now, I don't really... I think I might want to stay poisoned. At the same time, I do want to cure the poison on Garchomp. Kind of doesn't matter. I think we'll T-Wave it so that its Fly is less likely to hit, I guess. Fly crit, Major Wave, potentially losing. Yeah, I think I kind of want to not heal. Because Blizzard can be used here instead of Fly. I think I kind of want to stay poisoned. I can Seismic though. Seismic is fine. Okay, that's Fly. So, Fly crit into the poison and hail damage. How much is that doing? Like 90%? Okay, doesn't happen though. There's also Blizzard crit. Blizzard crit with poison and hail probably does do more than half. Yeah, we're staying on softball until it fully paralyzes, I think. Okay. I just wanted to use up its blizzards. Once that's done, I can handle this fine. I guess while it's not hailing, it can't use Blizzard though. It has to Fly. I think the smartest thing to do is actually just kill this. Just kill it so it can't get hacks anymore. I don't have to worry about the lines where Blizzard freezes and so on. Running out of Seismic Toss won't matter. I want it to be fully paralyzed on a turn that I'm trying to kill it. Or, I really want it to just use Blizzard, really. I actually have to softbolt here to avoid dying to the Fly crit, I think. It's not going to Blizzard. Not outside of hail. Okay, well, I can do it now. I mean, Blizzard is at +0 in hail. What about Fly? Have I forgotten something about Fly? I'm not badly poisoned. Ah, hail and the user is an ice type. 70% chance of +1. Okay. That does change it, doesn't it? It's kind of a little bit late. It's a little bit late for me to be doing this. Okay. And now you crit. I mean, I definitely don't want to be dead during hail. That would be the worst line possible. What's scary about Roost is it's not actually guaranteed to use Roost at lower HP. It's just a bit more likely. I could switch to Garchomp on the fly as well. That's another possible option, and then come back in on Blizzard. The issue of doing that is I do have to spend a substitute, and I do need Garchomp. I do need Garchomp to have a bit of HP. Garchomp just has to use Earthquake once on Lucario and the game ends. There's no extreme speed Lucario in the Frontier. That's actually not in the clear yet. Okay, final check. It's only 92% for a score +2 on hail. I can't actually reliably say it's going to do that then. While it's got a chance of using Blizzard, I can't swap to Garchomp. That's madness. Okay, so we stall for one turn. Do I go Garchomp now? It's just fly crit that scares me. Fly crit and then Garchomp's got no way of healing. And what sucks about this is that I'm about to use Seismic, yes, but it can use Hail on this turn. It can use Hail right now. And then I won't be able to always swap to Garchomp because it can use Blizzard and it can use Roost. And if I switch to Garchomp on Blizzard, I lose. I am in a tricky situation. I could maybe sacrifice Blissey. Can't do it yet though, it's got too much Blizzard and Hail PP remaining. Sacrificing Blissey while Hail is not up isn't too bad, but it only has to hit 3 Blizzards to make this very scary. This would all be so simple if Garchomp could kill Lucario with a +2 outrage, but it can't. It's a damage roll to kill Lucario at +2. Let's wait one more cycle, I guess. Almost wanted that to crit because it would have solved my immediate problem. I need to Seismic it on the last turn of Hail. Okay. Unfortunately, I also have to use Soft Boiled here because of the risk of Blizzard crit and to stay out of range of Fly crit. Only got 2 left. God. Okay, so it does Fly. It's just rough, isn't it? Because Hail, Fly, Fly perfectly avoids the Seismic line. I could Seismic now, which is fine as long as it does actually use Fly. I guess if it uses Blizzard right now and Blizzard crits, it's only got 1 turn of Hail for Garchomp, and it's in outrage range. That might be the best chance I have, honestly. It might be to do it right now. I don't like it. It'd be a terrible, terrible time to roll to Blizzard. No way. Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. No way! No way! What is that? That's... oh my god. That's actually insane. Actually insane. It avoided using Blizzard for so long. And then right when I needed to fly... okay, At least I didn't die to the Hail chip. I kind of wanted it to fly, but whatever. I don't know. I can successfully stop it from using Hail. Maybe it's worth it. Garchomp in on not Hail. Maybe that is worth it. That might be my best shot. I am still frozen. Okay. I really hate this. Garchomp's gonna have to hit the +2 outrage into Lucario, isn't it? Okay, so I'll be in fly range after 2 substitutes on Garchomp. So that's a way to win. God damn. I can't believe I'm in this position. I think Blissey just has to die though. I don't think there's any alternative. You 4 out then, of course, but it is now optimal to get hit, yes. I do not want to hail to be active. Please miss. Please just miss. Okay. But the miss is huge because you ran out of Blizzard PP. It's absolutely huge. And after this substitute, I'm in fly range. Of course, the flies that you used on Blissey that got paralyzed for, they do still count as PP. If it had hit that, Blizzard actually... Okay. This was unbelievably scary. And now I get lucky, sure. Let the loser run away. God damn it. Set 4. Ariama 4, Mime 4, and Rapidash 4. Okay, that's fine. It looks so easy. I don't know. In hindsight, maybe I should have clicked Aromatherapy and tried to PP stall the Articuno. The thing is, if Articuno freezes Blissey early, I'm in big trouble. I mean, it did end up freezing. So my fears were not unfounded. That is such a close game, though. Okay. Don't need anything fancy here. I can go for the berry. Well, that was so late. That was so late. That's a problem. Rapidash is faster than Garchomp now. I almost wonder if I stay in with Garchomp because I kind of need Suicune for Rapidash. God damn it, that was a big mistake. I think I just Outrage here. Because I can't let Cross Chop crit without doing Outrage damage first. Oh, this is a big error. Is a crit? No, okay. Okay, that's not Hypnosis. I mean, you could crit, but Suicune lives the crit Psychic. I'm so done for today. I just want to get out of here. Please let me out. Aroma lady? At least you don't have Leafeon. Okay. Very hard to lose. Just need to keep Garchomp alive for Breloom, basically. I'm arcade maxing. I'm going for this. Nice. I knew I'd be late. I knew I'd be late. I could go Blissey, honestly. I go Blissey on the potential Leaf Storm, and Roserade 1 and 2 don't really matter. And I can Paralyze, there's no risk of natural cure and paralysis. It is a Leaf Stormer. I Paralyze. And it's out of Leaf Storms. And it Hyper Beams, so I can get a free switch here. I don't need more than +2. Effects for sleep. I mean, it does not matter. Jesus. Oh. Okay, it might matter. Well played, Vileplume. So... Suicune dies in one hit, I know. But it can't avoid a Seismic. So I do go Suicune first. God, this Vileplume almost won. Don't tell anyone that, though. There's no way it ever does anything else, right? No. No, we're fine. Effect Spore Sleep into Vileplume Tree is genuine villain tier nonsense. And now we misclick and lose. Jesus. Oh, also I had a skip this round, didn't I? And I forgot to include that. There we go. $8:05. God, I'm so done. I'm so done. This was so scary. Thanks, Defo. Right. Is anyone live on twitch.tv? Tristan? Tristan live? Thanks for watching, guys. I think we're raiding Tristan. I typed in Pokemon Heatran. What is his name again? T-Bone Davis 13. Cool, thanks for watching, guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to play on Wednesday yet. Obviously, the Pike streak is over. It'll be something else. I'll figure it out closer to the time. But thanks for watching. I'll see you later.